from the All Blacks Tour of Argentina in association with Steinlager Limited, official sponsor of the All Blacks.
The 1991 All Blacks opened their 9-match tour of Argentina here today in Rosario, and for the game, coach Alex Wiley has named 9 players who were involved in the opening game of the French tour last year when the All Blacks were surprisingly beaten at Toulon, including the entire front row, Richard Lowe, Sean Fitzpatrick and Lawrence Salina. There is one new cap in the All Black team today, big Wellington lock Chris Tregaskis. Well, Chris, big day in your rugby career.
Yeah, certainly is. Something I've been looking forward to for a long time. You know, it's every schoolboy's dream, and last 2 or 3 weeks certainly come true for me, and just can't wait for the whistle to start and get out there and get into it.
Any nerves?
Yeah, lots of nerves. I've been nervous before. I remember my first big game for Wellington against France. I was pretty nervous. The All Black trials this year, I was probably the most nervous I've ever been, but this is really nervous, I'll tell you.
And Tregaskis is partnered at lock today by the All Black captain, Gary Wetton. Now, Rosario is the second largest city in Argentina, a population of around about 1.3 million. It's a major industrial city, and it's a strong rugby area. In fact, in the opposition today, there are 3 players who have played for the Argentine national side, Los Pumas. So sit back on One World of Sport and enjoy with us coverage of the first game of the All Blacks' 1991 tour of Argentina.
So the All Black tour of Argentina in 1991 is underway, and Simon Mannix kicks off for the All Blacks. The ball barely going 10 metres is taken in by the Rosario forwards. 10 metres out from the 22. It's a lovely still day here in Rosario. And the first kick doesn't go to touch. It goes into the hands of Terry Wright. So it's a kick and chase from the New Zealand left winger. It's a good kick too, coming down near the 22. All Blacks attacking in centre field. And no sign of it coming out, and so the All Blacks have the first put into the scrum in a very handy position for them too. Right in centre field, just in from the 22. And already there's a problem for Michael Jones. You can see him coming across to this side of the field. And David Abercrombie, the physio, is going to have a word with him, and this is really quite tragic for Jones. Play has been going for about 30 seconds. And a very disappointed Michael Jones is off the field already, and Paul Henderson looks like he's on. There is Paul Henderson at number 19. Well, what a start. About a minute gone on the tour, and Michael Jones off already. Held in the back by Brook. Flicked away to Little. Little goes through the gap. And the try, no it's not. It was held by Little. And it looked for all the world like it would be a try early on. It was a lovely move. And Walter Little not able to get the pass across to Terry Wright. And so the line out to be fed 10 metres out from the goal line. The All Blacks doing all of the attacking. Those Rosario players look to be offside, but the referee is going to play the original infringement, which was the knock-on. And you'll see Paul Henderson appear shortly. He's running to this scrum. There he is, number 19. So Henderson on the field. Jones leaving in the very first minute of the tour. Looks like a hamstring problem. Here's a big charge coming from Zinzan Brook, the number 8. The All Blacks attacking early on, and there's a dive for the line, and the All Black captain has scored the first try of the tour. Gary Wetton gets across to score after just a couple of minutes play, and New Zealand ahead already by 4 points to 0. Lawrence Salina at the front there. Chris Tregaskis, his first game for the All Blacks, at number 4 on the line-out. We'll watch his progress with interest today. Wetton getting up, taken in by Brook, quickly released up to Bishop. Mannix moves it on quickly to Little. Charging in was Philpott. Ball nicely snaffled by Henderson on the field, replacing the injured Michael Jones. Brook carries it on. Strong start here by the All Blacks. Mannix, good hands. Here's Timu. Timu having his man on. First man there is Andy Earl for the All Blacks. This is a good start by the New Zealanders, moving the ball around well. Here's Richard Lowe charging on. Holding it up 10 metres short of the line. And once again, there it is for Bishop. Mannix again. Here's Little looking for the gap. Trying to get it back in field. Nice little pass into Craig Innes. And that's another one for the All Blacks. Quickly thrown. Bishop, oh, lovely reverse pass to Mannix. Mannix finds Innes. All Blacks playing this game at pace. That's a nice kick across field by Innes. And Terry Wright's coming down at high speed here. Wright, and he needs to grab it. And that's a lovely try scored by Terry Wright. And the All Blacks can be well pleased with that. There was some skillful play there, right from the line out, which was quickly thrown. The lovely pass by Bishop, the kick by Innes, and the chase by Terry Wright. And the control of the ball here by Terry Wright. He's not in the picture yet, but he'll certainly appear in a moment. And there he is, tapped it ahead, and the ball sat up nicely. And the left winger, Terry Wright, gets his first try of the tour. It's 14-0. All Blacks in complete control of this match after just 12 minutes play. They lead by 14 points to 0. The Rosario selection side haven't had much time on attack, but this one falls on the Rosario side. It's taken in by Oviadu, the flank forward. Some quite vigorous rucking there. Here is Busar with the drop kick at goal, and it's in. Bounced in off the left-hand upright. And so the Rosario selection side are finally on the board. The drop kick from Leandro Busar. Bishop right in centre field. Brooks going to come into play here. Bishop frees it up for Timu. Timu cutting back infield. The forwards there in support. Now Mannix running blindside, looking for Philpott. Mannix feeding into Little, in fact. 8 metres short of the line, carried on by the All Black forwards. They'll release it again fairly shortly, I would think. No, in fact, Richard Lowe is going to charge on. Now releasing it. Now Mannix up to Philpott. Looking for a gap there, Shane Philpott. The fence swarming across right in centre field. The All Blacks pouring on the pressure. And there's going to be an overlap here, surely. Innes across to Terry Wright. And Wright gets in for his second try, which was almost inevitable. The All Blacks setting up 2 or 3 rucks. And once again, Terry Wright has his second. And the All Blacks out to 18 points to 3. This is just the end of it. This is the final ruck that was set up. The good long pass, Innes flicking across to Wright. He still had a wee bit of work to do here, but a couple of weak tackles enabled Terry Wright to score his second. So the All Blacks get another good put into the scrum here, 5 metres on their own side of halfway. Straight up to Timu. Timu's going to have his man on. That's a lovely run by John Timu. Straight round him in, so field support from Paul Henderson. Henderson desperately trying to retain his feet, but the All Blacks get there quickly in the form of Sean Fitzpatrick, turning it over quickly. That's rather an aimless pass, though, from Graham Bishop, but offside against the Rosario team. The All Blacks looking to take it quickly, are they? Brooks got it on the mark. And it's going to be settled down by Gary Wetton. And he's calling Simon Mannix forward to have a shot at goal. The All Blacks have been rampant in the first 17 minutes of this game. Simon Mannix, 2 conversions already. He's about 12 metres in from touch here. And that's a nice looking kick from Mannix, straight through. And so the All Blacks now go out to a lead of 23 points to 3 after 19 minutes in the first half. Untidy ball. Henderson's going to pick it up for the All Blacks. The good work was done by Zinzan Brook. Now it's freed away. Bishop, Mannix. Backs have been working well. Flipped it up nicely, did Little across to Innes. Here's Philpott in. Terry Wright's off for his third. 3 tries to Terry Wright in the first quarter of the game. And the All Blacks run in another one to make it 27 points to 3. So Bishop to feed this scrum, just metres short of the line. Bishop takes it out. Little's charging in. Brook is going to sail through. And that's a lovely try scored by Zinzan Brook. That's a move we've seen worked often. And Zinzan Brook almost untouched, really. In fact, he virtually was untouched as the gap opened up. And the All Black number 8 gets through to score his 19th try for the All Blacks. So Rosario have a period on attack here. Here's Henderson. Played very well since he came onto the field. Here's Craig Innes, who's run hard and straight all out. It's a lovely pass to Timu. Now Timu has the pace here. If he wants to, he can get out of a few tackles. He has. And now here's Little charging. Back to Timu. Henderson there, and Paul Henderson's going to get his first try for the All Blacks. And it was Henderson really who started it all way back near his own goal line. And the replacement for Michael Jones gets the try after a strong run by Innes, then good work by Timu. He wasn't put on the ground immediately. And then we see Walter Little having a run down the right wing side. He lobs the ball back in field. Again, Timu is in play. And his Otago teammate Henderson is there in good support. And that's another one. Defensive scrum to be fed by Bishop. 15 metres out from the All Black line. Quickly kicked by Bishop. Not finding the line. The All Blacks have been guilty a couple of times of not finding touch. Here's a drop kick coming from the fullback, Del Castillo, and that's a lovely kick. Second drop kick in the match. The first by Boussard, and that one by the fullback and Puma player, Guillermo Del Castillo. And look where he is here. He's going to be just on his own side of halfway. In fact, just on the All Black side of half. He lets rip, and that's a magnificent field goal.
A graduate of the Ugo Porter School of Scoring. So a top start to the first game on the tour, 37-6 at half-time. Stay with us on Countrywide Bank Grandstand. Highlights of the second half after this break.
All Blacks winning another line out. Quickly freed by Bishop, away to Mannix. Here's Little. Craig Innes has had a marvellous game in the centres. This time, though, he can't get the pass back in field. Not called forward by the referee, and Mannix hoofs it away downfield with his left boot. Or mistake made by Del Castillo. And here's the player that many think will be the Puma fullback. He's putting his team under a fair bit of pressure here. The All Blacks in after the loose ball. Here's trouble coming up for the locals again. Innes across to Timu. Timu through this time. And another one for the All Blacks. No tackling from the Rosario side, but the All Blacks once again running riot. And this time it's John Timu who gets his first try of the tour. Sean Fitzpatrick. Here's Bishop. This time not finding Mannix. Up it goes to Little. Oh, Little goes straight through. Must be another try here. Philpott. And Timu only has to keep running. And John Timu gets his second try in the space of about 30 seconds, right round behind the posts. And the All Blacks have scored 3 tries in about 4 minutes in the second half, and now go out to a lead of 51 points to 6. This was beautifully run in by Walter Little. The tackling in midfield from the local side has not been that flash. And John Timu, with his good pace down the right wing side, gets outside the defence and comes right round, scores his second try, which has just been converted by Mannix, 53 to 6. The All Blacks have scored 10 tries in the game so far. Simon Mannix has kicked, or has scored 17 points. He's kicked 13 of those points. Good leap by Tregaskis, but hello, the local side have grabbed the ball away from the All Blacks. 5 metres short of the line. Coming rather slowly for Prexel, and All Blacks penalised. Not allowing the Rosario team to free the ball there. That was a spirited run by the Rosario players. And the crowd whistles. I think they want to see a bit of action here, but in fact, the Rosario team are going to kick the goal. The halfback Rodrigo Prexel. Here is Prexel. And that's a good kick. The All Blacks ahead by 53 points to 9. About 13 minutes gone in the second half. 53 points to 9, the All Blacks lead. It was 37-6 at half-time, remember. Here they go again. Innes pops it up for Little. Little a long one across to Terry Wright. He should have too much pace. Here's number 4 coming up for Terry Wright. The All Black backs once again set it up after a nice line-out take. The backs running Terry Wright in once again. That's 4 today for Wright. The pass was a good one to the speedster on the left wing side. And New Zealand score their 11th try. Ball cleared again from Bishop. Across to Innes. Innes running hard at the defence once again. Tackling not good. Infield it goes to Gary Wetton. Could be another one for the big captain. And Gary Wetton, who's got a ton of pace when he gets to stretch those legs, gets his second try. The All Blacks running them in from everywhere here. And that once again was the strong running from Craig Innes, which set it up. And Gary Wetton scores his second. And here's Gary Wetton showing what real pace he does have as he received the ball near the 22 and outstripped the opposition. And big Gary Wetton makes it 2 for him, and the All Blacks are into the 60s now, 61 to 9. scrum feed by Basham. Up to Terry Wright. Oh, his marker has slipped over. So Terry Wright sailing down the touchline, and Terry Wright will go in and score his 5th try of the afternoon, running it from his own side of halfway. And that's 5 tries today for Terry Wright. And the All Blacks out to 67-9. He started on his own side of halfway as marker slipped over, which didn't help proceedings much. And then he pointlessly beat the fullback with just a swerve in field. And there he is, under the bar, try number 5. Mannix adds the extras, and the All Blacks 69-9 ahead. Once again, the Rosario side under a lot of pressure here from the All Blacks. Rugby picks it up. Ball on the ground, freed now by Basham in front of Mannix. Mannix pushing his way through and gives a good pass up to Timu, and John Timu gets in to score his 3rd try. That's excellent work by Mannix, fighting his way through the tackle, and Timu gets his 3rd of the afternoon, and the All Blacks are out to 73 points to 9. Look at the good work here from Mannix. It was an awkward pass, and he had to plough through a couple of tackles and then sent a good pass across to Timu, and John Timu of Otago gets his 3rd try. Mannix completes the try scored by Timu with a conversion, 75 points to 9. Now the All Blacks lead, and about 7 minutes left. There goes Basham again into Timu. Here's Brooke. This move worked pretty well in the first half, and it's going to result in another try. This time Shane Philpott gets in to score his 1st try of the day. Once again, a super little move by the All Blacks involving Zinzan Brooke, and Shane Philpott from fullback gets his 3rd try for the All Blacks. Brooke put him into the gap, and Philpott only had to keep running, and he scored a try which takes the All Black total to 79-9. Shane Philpott attempting to convert his own try from a handy position, and he does that okay, and the All Blacks now lead by 81 points to 9. The referee says that is the end of the game, and a most convincing first up performance by the All Blacks here at Rosario this afternoon. 81 points to 9 they won by. They scored 15 tries overall. Simon Mannix got 23 points. Terry Wright scored 5 tries. The All Blacks win by 81 points to 9. Now ahead for Cordoba.
Well, it's good to get away with and start off with a win, certainly. And I suppose you've got to look at it and realise that when a game gets like that, things can start to loosen up a bit. There was quite a few mistakes in the end, but I suppose I say, it's to be expected.
Anything to moan about?
No, but there's certainly plenty to work on, and that's always something. At least, as you say, we got off to a start. It's a win, and now we've got a lot of work to do to just keep going.
But disappointed with the standard of the opposition?
Yeah, I think it was. After what we've known about Argentina and the rugby in the past, it wasn't as strong as we would have thought. But I suppose you've got to say, well, perhaps we played that much better for a start as well. They were keen to start off well, and we're happy with the win.
Disappointing to see the injury to Michael Jones.
Yes, we don't like seeing any injuries like that, and it's one of those things that's going to take 10 days or fortnight possibly before he's right. It's going to put a bit of pressure on some of the others now to get those extra games, but I'm sure with the right treatment, Jonesy won't be far away.
I'll tell you right, 5 tries in today's game. Have you scored that many before?
I've never scored that many for the All Blacks, but it's good fun scoring tries on the win.
What did you think of the standard of the opposition?
It was a little bit disappointing. I think in some phases we played well and we achieved a lot of our goals, but at the end of the day we were a bit disappointed with the tackling, and I think we got away with a lot of things we probably wouldn't have against harder opposition.
The All Blacks came out really fired up. You started extremely well.
Yeah, I think we wanted a good start to this tour. A few of us, well, there was a lot of us actually in that game that played in the tour opener in France last year, and we wanted to lay a few ghosts to rest. But it was important for the whole tour and the way we want to play the following games that we get off to a good start.
Was that match in Toulon, or the memory of it, some sort of motivation beforehand?
Yeah, it did pop up a few times in the team talk, and none of us enjoyed that game. And we really want to play a fairly wide, expansive game on tour, and we knew we couldn't do that unless we got the right start here today. And I think in some ways we achieved that, but there's still a lot of things we've got to get right.
So, as Terry Wright said, the All Blacks have finally laid the ghost of Toulon very much to rest in this convincing performance at Rosario this afternoon, 81 points to 9, and considering that in 1985 Rosario, one of the tougher opponents for the All Blacks, this really has been an excellent start. So the All Blacks now move on to Cordoba, where they play on Wednesday.
Highlights coverage of the All Blacks Tour of Argentina was proudly presented by One World of Sport and Steinlager Limited, official sponsor of the All Blacks.